Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live in. The World Series could potentially end today, the day after the World Series ends. Free agents are officially free agents, and 5 days after the World Series ends, they could sign with a new team. So expect the hot stove to be kind of crazy this year. There are some top name big star free agents in this class. So Jim Bowden of The Athletic did his annual top 25 MLB free agents for the offseason, and he also gave contract predictions for each of them. I'll go over the top 10 and then quickly name 11 through 25. I previously did videos on the best free agent on each team, did every team except the two World Series teams. Might do that tomorrow if the World Series ends. But let's take a look at his top 10 and what he predicts. The first number you see will be the amount of years he predicts they will get on their contract, and the second number is the amount in millions he believes the contract will be worth. On top of the list is Aaron Judge, coming off his AL record 62 homer season, falling just shy of a triple crown, likely to be the American League MVP. 8 years, $330 million. He will turn 31 on April 26th, so early into next season. He may be wanting a 10-year deal, but when you see the 10-year deals, the second halves of them for guys like Miguel Cabrera, Albert Pujols, Robinson Cano, teams may be very wary of giving that to him, but he will get paid, that's for sure. Jacob deGrom, 2 years, $90 million. So Bowden also predicts an opt-out after year one. DeGrom, of course, is seen by many as the most dominant pitcher in baseball. We even heard Mookie Betts say maybe he's the best pitcher of all time. It's kind of crazy that he has just 82 wins. I know wins is kind of a stat that people don't pay much attention to as they used to, but nonetheless, that's kind of crazy. Just made 26 starts in the last two seasons, but if he does get $45 million a year, that will surpass Max Scherzer's $43.3 million annual salary as the most ever for a pitcher. Third, the ageless Justin Verlander. He will turn 40 on February 20th. And despite that, Bowden still expects him to get a 3-year, $135 million deal. And that $45 million would tie Jacob deGrom if they were both to get the deal said. Incredible. He missed all of the 2021 season and came back this year going 18-4 with a 1.75 ERA, 0.83 whip. The likely Cy Young winner. It will be his third AL Cy Young. Just an amazing season for a guy who will be entering his 18th season in the big leagues next season. Will the Astros pony up to keep him? Fourth, we got Carlos Correa. Correa did not get that long-term deal he was hoping for last offseason. Will opt out of the deal he signed with Minnesota after just 1 year. Correa will he will be 28 for the majority of the 2023 season. It's kind of a quiet year for him, but he's still worth 5.4 WAR according to Baseball Reference, batting .291 with a 140 OPS plus, 22 homers. He still was an above-average defensive shortstop, albeit not at the level that helped him win a Gold Glove in 2021. I slightly prefer the shortstop listed fifth over Correa, but it is very close. That being Trey Turner. Turner is a couple years older. He will turn 30 on June 30th. The former World Series hero with the Nationals. He made a second straight All-Star team this past year with the Dodgers, hitting .298, 21 homers, 100 RBIs, 101 runs scored, 27 stolen bases. He as well is in a above average to average defensive shortstop. Maybe eventually he moves off that position, maybe to a second base. But he's a guy who you could count on being on the lineup the majority of the year and just provides excellent power and speed numbers. Let's go to 6 through 10, starting with Xander Bogaerts. Again, much like last season, a very top-heavy shortstop free agency list. Bogaerts, 7 years, $196 million. Not quite the power numbers he's had in previous years. Hit 33 homers in 2019, just 15 last season, but still batted .307, 131 OPS plus, also had 38 doubles, and he has been improving defensively at shortstop. He will turn, actually, he'll be 30 for the pretty much the whole 2023 season. Definitely the top left-handed starter on the market, that being Carlos Rodon. They're signing just a one-year deal with the Giants. Kind of was a prove-it year after a great 2021. Teams wanted to see if he could remain healthy. He definitely did so, going 14-8 with a 2.88 ERA, 237 strikeouts in 178 innings. Should be near the top of NL Cy Young voting. He will turn 30 on December 10th. Bowden expects him to get a 5-year, $144 million deal. By far the best closer on the market and probably the best closer of the 2022 season, Edwin Diaz. Diaz will turn 29 on March 22nd. Bowden predicts 4 years, $65 million. I could honestly see him getting a $20 million a year deal after a 2022 season, which he had a 1.31 ERA, 32 saves, struck out 118 batters in 62 innings, allowing just 34 hits and 18 walks on the year. Just was a dominant season. That was the closer the Mets thought they were acquiring from the Mariners. Will they pony up to keep him? Another shortstop. We got Dansby Swanson. Bowden predicts 6 years, $154 million. The first overall pick in the 2015 MLB draft. Swanson will turn 29 on February 11th, coming off his best season, won his first won his first Gold Glove, made his first All-Star appearance, 115 OPS plus, 25 homers, 99 runs, 18 stolen bases, 96 RBIs, and as mentioned, great defensive shortstop. And 10th, a guy you may not have heard of, that's Kodai Senga. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Honestly, can't say I know much about him. He's pitched in Japan. He will turn 30 on January 30th. Senga is predicted to get 3 years, $72 million by Jim Bowden. This past year in Japan, Senga went 11-6 with a 1.89 ERA, 159 strikeouts in 148 innings, just a 1.04 whip, 3.18 strikeout to walk ratio. So, we've seen Shohei Ohtani have success coming from Japan. We've seen some successful Japanese guy. Can Senga be the next in that group? So there you have it, the top 10 free agents according to Jim Bowden and predictions on their contracts. Quickly going to go over 11 through 25 real quick. Clayton Kershaw, 11th, predicted 1 year, $20 million. Wilson Contreras, 12th. 4 years, $78 million. Nathan Eovaldi, 13th, 4 years, $90 million. Chris Bassett, 14th, 4 years, $74 million. Jamison Tylon, 15th, 4 years, $70 million. Brandon Nimmo, 16th, 5 years, $80 million. Andrew Benintendi, 17th, 5 years, $75 million. Jose Abreu, 18th, 2 years, $34 million. Anthony Rizzo, 19th, 3 years, $54 million. Zach Eflin, 20th, 3 years, $36 million. Michael Conforto, 21st. 2 years, $34 million, opt out after year one. Kenley Jansen, 22nd, 2 years, $34 million. Martin Perez, 23rd, 2 years, $24 million. Tyler Anderson, 24th, 2 years, $24 million. Josh Bell, 25th, 3 years, $39 million. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll see a bunch of musical chairs when it comes to the shortstops? Do you expect any of the four I named to remain on the same team? Do you think any other team has a chance to sign Aaron Judge? Do the Giants or maybe the Dodgers give him an offer that far exceeds anything the Yankees are willing to pay? Let me know in the comments, but it'll definitely be a fun free agency, that's for sure. I'm a Marlins fan, not expecting it to be as fun for me, but always enjoyable to see where players sign and for how much. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.